All right. Thank you.
Go right ahead. Either side, go down.
All right. Here we go. On the San Antonio River. There you go, Julia. Hey, you don't want to sit on the side with us? All right. She's going to sit here. Mama's going to sit here? All right. Here we go. Hey. Say, in case you were wondering, $10 cost of the tour on the river boats here in San Antonio. Not a bad deal considering how much stuff costs in every city, much less an attraction of any kind. So $10 even for the kids over 5, under 5, 1 to 5. I don't know if they were free, but they were really cheap. So anyway, just thought you'd like to know.
Howdy folks, welcome on board. My name is Brian, I'll be your riverboat captain on this today. Now before we get started, go ahead and reach underneath your seats, grab your seatbelts and put them on. Alright, now I know who's new here. There are no seatbelts on board the boat. Safety rules. Please remain seated at all times. Keep your head, hands, small children, anything else you find valuable inside the blue hand railing. There will be no smoking at any point during this ride. Per company policy, this does include electronic cigarettes. If you are seen smoking, I will presume you are on fire or surrounded by water. Pretty sure everybody knows how that. Finally, we have 42 brand new life jackets located in the front of the boat. In the event that we encounter an ice to the left, you will see the most disobeyed sign in the city of San Antonio. It's a small sign that says, please do not feed the ducks, pigeons, or other wildlife. Nobody listens to it. There was one time I was giving a tour and a man wearing a Nike shirt was sitting underneath one of those signs. So from top to bottom it read, please do not feed the ducks, pigeons, or other wildlife. Then you jump down to see their shirt and it says, just do it. Alright, now who here on board the boat enjoys shopping? Show of hands. How many people enjoy shopping? How many people are stuck with someone who enjoys shopping? Fair number. Now, this mall appeals to both demographics, or at least they designed it to appeal to both. For all the people who enjoy shopping, there's over 1 million square feet of shopping space. If you do not enjoy shopping, there are 2 movie theaters inside the mall. The first is an AMC screen showing you the latest Hollywood releases, while the second is an IMAX theater playing the Alamo Price of Freedom. It's a 40-minute documentary on the Battle of the Alamo, filmed on the same set.
War Eagle! Hey!
His movie, The Alamo. Now, the San Antonio River was named in honor of St. Anthony, or San Antonio. You can see a bronze statue of the saint to the right. Crafted by Portugal during the 1968 Hemisphere World's Fair. At the conclusion of the fair, they donated the statue here to San Antonio. The river was named in honor of the saint. The city took its name from the river. The Spanish missionaries who discovered the river on June 13th, 1691, the Catholic feast of St. Anthony. They then named the river in honor of the saint, but prior to the river being renamed, the river was called Yanaguana, a native word for peaceful waters. Now, in order to prevent the peaceful waters from becoming stagnant water, we needed a way to recirculate the river, and the way we chose to do that was by using the waterfalls, like the ones you see to my left. Not only are those waterfalls an excellent spot for family pictures or selfies, but they also prevent the San Antonio Riverwalk from becoming known as the Swamp Walk. High and right, you'll see the steeple of St. Joseph's Catholic Church. That church was built in 1868 by German immigrants who wanted a place to celebrate Mass in their of every month, they continue to celebrate Mass in German to commemorate their heritage. It's also designed very similar to the Northern European style of churches. So if you enjoy looking at churches, stained glass window, the old Gothic style type, that's what the church is like. Now if you take a look to the right, you'll see that tall, twisted, orange sculpture here in the city. You guys may have been wondering what we're doing with that modern art piece in the middle of the city. You know when someone gives you a gift and they're important to you and you have to put it somewhere? Basically what that is. That was a gift from Mexico. It's called the Torch of Friendship. One column represents Mexico, one column represents San Antonio. They start separately, but then they rise together and join in sort of an abstract flame or torch. Personally, I just find it amusing that we put the gift from Mexico on Alamo Street.
That's funny.
Anyone else? 5 minutes? What's been just cleaning your room? Okay. Take a guess as to how long it took this entire hotel to be built. 3. A little bit longer than that, but not by much. 202 days. 202 days from start to finish to build this entire hotel right here. The elevator shaft was built here on site. The first few floors were built here on site, but then all of the rooms came fully furnished out of a factory. By fully furnished, I mean carpeting laid down, beds made up, Bibles in the top drawer. They brought all the rooms here on flatbed trucks, lifted them up and stacked them one on top of the other like giant Lego blocks to build the Hilton Palacio del Rio.
They did like a cruise ship though.
Now later tonight at 8:30 there will be a show, Fiesta Noche del Rio. It's a popular summer performance. Tickets are on sale here. Stage is on the right, seating for 800 on the left. And despite there being over 800 seats available here, that girl in the reddish pink shirt there, she's sitting on a brick wall. Now you guys may recognize the stage from Miss Congeniality. They filmed a couple of scenes on here.
World peace.
World peace?
That's what she said.
La Villita is a historic district. Spanish soldiers lived here in the 1700s. German settlers moved here in the 1800s. And today it is home to a thriving artisan and crafts community. To the right, we have the Briscoe Western Art Museum. Outside, we have the Cattle Drive sculpture. Inside, we have the Sword of Santa Anna, the last known saddle of Pancha Villa, an interactive diorama of the Alamo, and a life-size stagecoach, among other exhibits inside this museum. Now this bridge right here, this is one of the oldest bridges, also one of the newest bridges. They built it before we started running tour boats on the river. It was built in the 1890s, 1893 by by the Berlin Iron Bridge Company out of East Berlin, Connecticut. To my right, Marriage Island.
Congratulations.
Very popular spot to get married here on the San Antonio River. The island right underneath the tree. Supposedly the island is supposed to look like a heart if you view it from just the right angle. Now this area is one of the shallowest and hardest packed sections of the riverbed. Settlers used to drive their wagons in one end and out the other without needing to stop and unload. It was known as Old Mills Crossing, one of the best places to ford the San Antonio River. Now if you were looking to get a free riverboat ride all to yourself, it is possible to do so, just not with our company. But the little speedboat across the way, they'll be happy to give you a free one-way trip to a destination not of your choosing. They're the local park police. Coincidentally, the courthouse is the orange building with the green roof directly in front of us. It'll be a pretty short trip. Now if you take a look to the left all the way to the top, you'll see the American flag flying from the Tower Life building. It's a 1929 built neo-Gothic architecture style building, gargoyles up top, grotesques lower down. Anyone ever see the old movie Ghostbusters? The original one, not the newer remakes? Yeah, this building right here, this was not in any of the movies. We have the former San Antonio Public Library. Today, there's an event center up top, offices in the middle, a restaurant on the first floor, and the basement's flooded. Now, the reason why the basement is flooded is because it's actually one of our marinas. We opened up the interior of the basement, routed the river into it, and we'll park our boats in there. Now, I'm sure you guys have noticed how low the sidewalks are to the river. And you guys may wonder, well, during days like today when it's nearly 100 degrees in the shade, that's fine, but during high, heavy rain, what happens to the water? Well, we have a floodgate concealed in that archway. That gate will close. We have floodgate number 3 upriver. That'll also close. And then this channel right here, this is the flood bypass channel. It'll divert the flood waters straight south to prepared receiving areas. Now, the other thing that you guys might want to take a look at is taking a look behind us. You see that boat that's coming up? That is a prototype boat that is in testing right now. The one that's directly behind us. There's only 2 of them that have been built and are down here. I'm gonna kind of slow it down and let him pass us so you guys can take a look at it. See all the locks up here? These locks, this is a romantic tradition, comes from Paris. Couples will buy locks together, lock them overlooking the river, then throw the key in the river as a symbol of their love. For couples who are having second thoughts, doubts about the relationship, it didn't stop them from doing the tradition. They just used combination locks.
That's funny.
If you take a look up the stairs the left, you'll catch a brief glimpse of San Fernando Cathedral. San Fernando Cathedral is at the top of the stairs. Supposedly, that is where Colonel Travis, Jim Bowie, Davy Crockett, and the other defenders of the Alamo were said to be buried. Later tonight at 9:30, and 10 o'clock, there will be a show on the front of the cathedral. They project lasers, paint the front of the cathedral, and set it to music. It's called San Antonio the Saga, and it plays at 9:30, and 10 o'clock. Now, floodgate number 3 is directly in front of us. The prototype boat that I mentioned is to our right. So come back here in a couple of years for everybody who's visiting. You may end up seeing one of those boats instead of these. Now that was floodgate number 3. They put in flood prevention systems after the flood in 1921. According to local, took root and started growing. If you want to see how high the floodwaters went during the flood of 1921, simply take a look to the left inside the Durian Suites. You'll see the chandeliers. That's about how high the floodwaters went in 1921. About 9 to 12 feet above street level, 9 to 12 feet above the bridges that we are traveling underneath. Coming up on the right-hand side, you're going to see the Aztec Theatre. Aztec Theatre opened up in 1926 as a premier silent movie theater. Since today very few people enjoy watching their movies on mute, it serves as a venue for live musical performances as well as a dock for our riverboats. Now, if you have seen the movie Selena, you may recognize this bridge right here. This was featured in the movie Selena. Now, if you take a look to the left, we have the Omni Salvacion del Rio. This is the mansion on the river. Opened up in 1853 as a school for boys, was renovated and turned into a law school. Once the law school moved across town, we renovated the building again and turned it into what is today one of the highest rated hotels here in the city of San Antonio. Folks are ready for an optical illusion. You want to be looking high and to the left, all the way to the top of the left-hand wall.
Whoa! It looks like
The wall will appear to be flat.
it does.
The reason why the wall appears that way is because it is built in the shape of a triangle. The two supporting walls cannot be seen from river level, makes that back wall appear to be standing on its own. That hospital was the first one to open featuring central air conditioning. Today, patient care and comfort is their #1 priority. They have a full bar in the basement. Square. Plenty of options to choose from for dinner, with your choices ranging from Mexican to Mexican to more Mexican. There's also Southwest Texas steak and Italian down here. And if you guys are having trouble deciding where you want to go, a couple of recommendations. Number one, menu shop. All of these restaurants here, they all have their menus posted outside, so you guys can menu shop up and down before deciding where you want to go. Also, printed on the back of your tickets, you will see coupons for restaurants or attractions here in the downtown River area. Many of the restaurants can be found right here in River Square. To my right, we have Casa Rio. Casa Rio is the oldest restaurant on the river. They opened up in 1946. Chips here are pretty good. Don't just take my word for it. I've only been here once, but I know the riverboat captain's secret to finding good chips on the river. You know what it is? Follow the ducks. The more ducks outside a restaurant, the better the chips. And the ducks, they know where to go to get fed, because you see the boy in the pink shorts right there? He's been feeding the ducks. Even a bit simple. We have made a round trip back to the man-made section of the San Antonio River. The natural San Antonio River begins about 3 to 4 miles north of here on the University of Incarnate Words campus. The river comes through the center of the city and then extends 138 miles south of here to the Guadalupe River. The two rivers then go together for another 10 or 15 miles. Now, the Riverwalk does not extend all the way down the San Antonio River. So if you really want to torture somebody, get them to promise you to walk the entire San Antonio River, not the entire Riverwalk. Key difference. This section right here, this is the man-made section of the river. We built it in the 1960s to transport guests from the Hemisphere World's Fair. World's Fair was held down by the Convention Center, Tower of the Americas area, back to the natural bed of the river. Brought guests back and forth, proved to be extremely popular, and today we continue the tradition of giving tours here on the San Antonio River.
Can you talk about what it is?
The building that looks like a UFO landed on a stick?
Yeah.
Yep, that is the Tower of the Americas. Building in our city skyline looks like a UFO. And a stick. If you go up top, there's a revolving glass restaurant, rotates around once every hour, giving you guys a panoramic view over the city of San Antonio. It's the second tallest freestanding tower in the United States. There is only one other tower, freestanding tower, that is taller than it. And it may not be what you guys think. If you are thinking Seattle, you are incorrect.
Stratosphere.
The Seattle Space Needle is 20 feet shorter than the tower. We took the record from them by 20 feet or so, and then the Stratosphere in Vegas, they took the record for a freestanding tower. Now, freestanding tower is a very specific type of building. I'm not saying there are not taller buildings in general, but freestanding towers. Now, if you go up to the observation deck, in addition to the sights of San Antonio from above, they also have an area where they tell you about the 6 countries that have owned the state of Texas at one time or another. Those countries are Spain, France, Mexico, Texas, the United States, and Confederate States of America. Texas was its own independent country from 1836 through 1846. That is why Texas flies its state flag level with the U.S. flag. It's a diplomatic privilege afforded to the former nations. Now, Texans, of course, are very proud of our home state. There's the old joke that goes, you never need to ask whether someone's from Texas. They'll be more than happy to let you know. Texans also believe that their state is the largest state in the United States. We're just waiting for Alaska to thaw so we can measure properly. Now, the convention center that we are entering into, this is the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center. This convention center was built to serve our military, medical, and biomedical communities, as well as holding numerous smaller conventions throughout the year. And speaking of our military, I know we have at least 3 active duty on board, but any active duty and veterans, please raise your hands, raise them high. Thank you very much for your service.
Absolutely.
Here in Military City, USA, we greatly appreciate everything the military does for the city and the nation. Now, as we are coming out of this area of the convention center, I would suggest having your cameras out and ready at this time. If everyone has their cameras ready, give you a couple of seconds to get ready. With the cameras ready, I will now pose dramatically for your pictures.
Fabulous.
Actually, what we've got is a mosaic. It's coming up on the right-hand side. That mosaic features 400,000 individual 1-inch by 1-inch stone tiles. All of these stone tiles are natural, except the darkest blue. But everything else, natural stone tiles, quarried from all over the world, came here, crafted by artist Juan O'Gorman. He crafted what is known as the confluence of civilizations, and it features Eastern and Western cultures coming together at the San Antonio River. Sits above the Lilo Cockrell Theater. Lilo Cockrell was the first female mayor of San Antonio. Now, the Marriott River Center Hotel, tall hotel on the right, they weren't interested in renovating or reusing the 3-story historic Fairmont Hotel that sat on their property. What they wanted to do was build the massive hotel that you see there today. So, they asked the city for permission to tear down the Fairmont Hotel. Told the city how much money could be made with a hotel of that size, how many people would be visiting the downtown area of San Antonio, all of the benefits that a large hotel would bring. The city agreed that it would be extremely profitable to have a hotel of that size down here, and then they denied permission to tear down the Fairmont Hotel. So, couldn't tear down the Fairmont Hotel, didn't want to renovate it. Hotel's not there anymore. What they ended up doing, they jacked the hotel up off the ground, slid wheels underneath it, and moved it 6 city blocks in 6 days. Yes, ma'am. Go to YouTube, look up the 1985 Fairmont Hotel move, and you can watch the hotel roll along the city streets at a grand speed of 0.04 miles per hour.
That's great.
It was actually a really popular gambling event. They were, the bookies in Las Vegas, they were actually placing bets on whether the hotel would collapse the bridges that it was rolling over. But can you imagine watching an event like that?
Hope you enjoyed the riverboat tour of downtown San Antonio.